Hello there, everyone. So, bringing it back old school, if you asked any of my former students that are just now seniors or juniors, I did video notes on a regular basis. So, throwing it back here, we're doing 7-1, which is 0 and negative exponents. I'm going to highlight a couple of key points and then we're going to do some example problems and we're going to be done. And then you got to go do your Math Excel assignment. All right, so exponents, gotta remember what exponents are. So if I were to write x squared, this is the base, and this is the exponent. The base can be a variable, it could be a number. So I could have 2 squared. You would still have a base, and you would still have your exponent. Now today we're not dealing with, those positive exponents, we're dealing with 0 as an exponent and negative exponents. So, let me scroll down a little bit. There we go. So, if you have 0 as an exponent, x to the 0 or anything to the 0 power is always 1. Okay, so that's something that you want to remember, memorize, and I'm going to write it out so you know. So anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, so that's what you want to remember. The only exception is that 0 to the 0 actually does not exist. Does not exist. So we're not going to worry about that. You're not going to have that issue. If we ever have a variable, we are assuming that the variable is not 0. Okay, so we're going to assume it's something besides 0. So this is what you need to know. And that's what's going to help you. That was easy, so let's move on to negative exponents. Okay, so if I have x to the negative 2 power, okay? Negative exponents why are we mixing up? Okay. Negative exponents, of course, I'm writing too fast or I don't know. Okay. Hold up, technical difficulty. Okay, so negative exponents moves the base up or down and makes the exponent positive. Okay, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Okay, so if we have x to the negative 2, if it doesn't have a fraction there, it's technically over 1. Everything is technically over 1 unless it's already a fraction. Okay, so if you notice, x to the negative 2 is at the top. So if it says it moves it up or down, well, it's already up, so it has to go down because it can't go up. Okay, so I'm going to basically take this and I'm going to move it to the bottom. Now, what does that mean that's at the top? It's a 1 that's at the top because anything, you can multiply anything by 1 and it's still the same thing. So now I'm going to have 1 at the top and I'm going to have x squared at the bottom because if you notice, I said it makes the exponent then positive. So once you move it, it makes the exponent positive. So x to the negative 2 equals 1 over x squared. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. But opposite if it was at the bottom. So if you notice, it's already at the bottom, so then it has to get moved to the top. Again, still has the multiplied by 1, so a 1 would be at the bottom. So I'm going to move it to the top, so I have the 1 at the top, but 1 times anything is itself, so I'm going to move the x squared to the top. It's over 1, because you have to make it positive, and that's going to still equal x squared. Okay, so you move it opposite. One thing that people forget, and they Oh, I'm running out of room. People forget, let's say 3 to the negative 2. People think that that is now negative 9. That is not true. Do not say that. Negative exponents, cannot stress this enough. Negative exponents do not make the number negative. Drives me nuts. Oops. Drives me nuts. Okay, so don't do it. So actually, I'm going to show you what that is. So again, that's 3 to the negative 2, technically over 1. So it gets moved to the bottom. So at the top, we're going to have a 1. And at the bottom, we're now going to have 3 squared. But we all know what 3 squared is. That is 9. So 1 over 9 would be your answer. So 1/9 equals 3 to the negative 2. Is that negative? No. So now we're going to do examples. You're just going to have to write the problems yourself. I'm not doing all of them, don't worry. Okay, so let's just look. I'm just going to be going around just so you can get your idea, so you can do your Math Excel. So 13 to the 0, what did we say? Anything to the 0 power is 1. Ooh, lovely for moving on me. Okay, all right, let's look at number 2. This is technically over 1. Why is it doing that? Whatever. Okay, so therefore it goes to the bottom. So therefore we have 1 over 5 cubed, which, because we had to move it to the bottom. Holy smokes. Technical difficulties is real. Whoa. Okay, hold up. I don't know what is happening. Okay. Gotta love technology. Okay. Just bear with me. Okay. So 5 cubed, because we moved it to the bottom, becomes positive. Do you notice? Not negative. It's not negative. 1 over, so 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125, so 125 would be 1 over 125 would be our answer. It is not negative. Cannot stress that enough. All right. Let's look at this number 4. So this gets moved to the top. The 2 stays there, and of course it moves on me. That's a negative 4, so I'll just do that. So the 2 stays at the top. The 4 to the, now it's the 4th is at the top. It's technically all over 1, but do we have to put that? And then 4 to the 4th, I'm going to use my calculator because that's 16 times 16, 16 times 16, which is 256, and 256, so it's going to be 2 times 256, which is times another 2, which is 512. So that's our answer. All right. Let's go to number 10, because I'm running out of time. I'm only allowed to do 15 minutes on this. Okay, so number 10. If you notice, it's raised to the 0 power. The only thing that it touches is what it goes with. So the 0 does not go with the B, it does not go with the 6, unless they were in parentheses. So it only goes right there. So we know that c to the 0 is 1, so we can just cross that out, because 1 times 6b is 6b. So really, our answer is just 6b. All right. Here, negative 2, it's being raised to this. The exponent is going to go to the top, and it's going to go to the bottom. That's an exponent rule that I am telling you now. Okay, gonna go to the top and the bottom. So we get 2 to the negative 2 over 9 to the negative 2. Well, if you notice, they're both gonna get flip-flop because the negative exponent makes it move. It does not make it negative. So now I'm gonna have 9 squared at the top. Oh my goodness. 9 squared at the top over 2 squared at the bottom. 9 squared is 81, 2 squared is 4, and there's my answer. Still not negative. Alright, let's look at number 14. Number 14 looks pleasant. The only thing that gets moved is what the negative exponent is touching, which is not letting me write. Okay, we're not, okay. So we got the negative, pen, let me write with a pen, okay. So where we go, right there. So the 5 stays the same. So 5 stays at the top, the 2c stays at the bottom because nothing gets moved, but the a to the 4th gets moved to the bottom. And let's just end on a lovely note of number, we'll do number 18 and 20. Yeah. Okay, so b to the 0 we know is 1. Gosh, okay, driving me nuts. If you notice, there's parentheses, so the negative 4 goes to the 10 and it goes to the a. So we have negative, of course not. Of course. Pen. So we got negative, and then I'm going to say 10 to the negative 4th, and then we have a to the negative 4th. If you notice, it's only touching the 10. The negative is not in parentheses, so the negative is not included. So we got 10 to the negative 4th, so the negative can stay at the top, so we'll have a negative 1 at the top. Let me write. Are you serious? Negative 1 over 10 to the 4th, because we made it positive, and a to the 4th goes to the bottom. So we know 10 to the 4th is, so it would be 4 zeros, so that would be 10,000. So we have negative 1 over 10,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, a to the 4th. You can't really see, but that's the answer. And lastly, let's wrap this up. Okay, so this part is going to get moved to the bottom, and we're going to have this part right here is going to be a to the negative 4th, b to the negative 4th. It goes to both of them because of the parentheses. So that's going to get moved to the top. So we have 5 at the top, and now we have a to the 4th at the top, b to the 4th at the top, all over. The 9 stayed at the bottom. That's an in. The in goes to the bottom. Into the first is just in. And then we have c to the 7th. And there we go. So good luck. If you need to rewatch these, yeah, good luck.